All right, what's up, guys? Welcome to my sneaker channel, Sneakers Insight. And in today's video, I feel like I need to stress this out as much as I possibly can. People, go true to size. All right. If you need to go to, because I think Foot Locker, Champs, those places, they still got like those them sizing things. And if you're not sure, I'm like, ask one of the people there. Because my thing is this: going to a Foot Locker, Champs, whatever, I imagine that the people there, it could just be, some summer job or a part-time job where they don't know too much about sneakers. But I feel like that there is some sort of teachings that go into what, like working at a place like that. So it ain't just gonna be people out there just working blindly. I feel like that I might not know everything that I need to know about sneakers, but I could help some people out. Like I think, with this whole wall that I got in the background, I know a thing or two about sneakers. But nah, man, that's one thing I feel like I need to stress a lot is people going true to size, because the times either go true to size or go up half a size, but never go down half a size, one full size, because your feet will be messed up. The reason why I say that is because if you guys can see this shattered backboard box right here, wore those shoes when I went to Vegas a while back. And my feet were shot. Like there were times where I was walking and I was all like, "Fam, I'm about to just fall out. Like I can't do this no more." I'm like, my feet. And what's crazy is that I remember, and I knew it wasn't just the Jordans themselves. Like, yes, Air Jordan ones are not meant for walking long distances, but at the same time, they won't be uncomfortable compared to, like, if you're going true to size compared to if you weren't to go true to size. So that's why I was like, because it's funny because the last time I went to Vegas, I wore these Air Jordan ones. It was the them patent leathered breads that they came out with some years ago. I think it was like a Christmas edition. So anyways, I wore those the last, not this last time, but the time before that when I went to Vegas, and my feet, they were hurting, but I just think it was because walking long distances, it's like that with any pair of shoes that I have. It's like that after a while when you haven't worn you a pair of shoes for a long period of time. If you got some walking shoes, it's probably not going to be as bad. But obviously, if you on vacation, you don't want to, like, I guess like maybe some people might be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna wear me some walking shoes. Me, on the other hand, I'm a fashionable person. I gotta wear something where I'm like, okay, people gonna be pointing, looking like, dang, I wonder where he got those. So that's what I'm like. That's what I usually do when I wear me a pair of sneakers and stuff. But overall, though, no, like just wearing the patent leathered Brett ones that came out some time ago. I think it was like 2019 when them shoes came out. But anyways, wearing those, my feet did not hurt as much. I don't even really remember them hurting as much compared to the last time when I went and I wore these shattered backboard ones. I remember when, like, me and my family, we were walking around for a little bit, and then that's when I started noticing. I'm like, dang, I'm gonna have to do something about this. I'm like, I don't know what exactly I am going to do, but I know I am gonna have to do something about this. And and it was just walking for a long period of time, and I'm like, dang, bro, I am. It ain't even like I'm tired. It's just that my feet are hurting bad. I'm like, I got to go back to the hotel. And no, when going back to the hotel, laying down in the bed, taking my shoes off, I was like, that was the most comfortable thing possible. And then and I think it was when, I can't remember what movie it was. I think it was the last Avatar movie. But because I'm trying to think, when exactly did I see that? It might have been sometime afterwards, but I feel like that I think it was the Avatar movie. It was the Avatar movie. And no, I had wore the if you guys, I don't think y'all can see the box and things, but it's like you could kind of like see it a little bit, like right underneath the banner and stuff. You could kind of see, but overall though, no, I had wore the and it was fam, I was just sitting there, but I was wearing the Galaxy foam posits, and my, like, bruh, my feet, they were hurting, and I was all like, bruh, I'm trying to enjoy the movie, but I'm like sitting there fidgeting around with my feet and stuff. And so it really depends on the shoe, because at sometimes though, it's like you have to do that. You have to break some shoes in, and I feel like with those the shattered backboards, definitely broken in. But with the foam posits, because of the material around that shoe, it's a little bit more harder than like, well, it could be like actual leather, patent leather, synthetic leather. I feel like that's a lot more easier to break in than like that hard plastic that goes around the foam posits, and I think it really depends too on what foam posit you're getting. So because I think there are some that I think it was these ones that I have where it's not, I don't think it's a hard, I'll have to look at those shoes again, but I don't think it was a hard leather, but it was like this lava looking foam posit that came out some years ago. And no, for the most part, like like those felt fine. Any other foam posits I wore felt fine. It's when I got those the Galaxy ones, because it was a little bit cheaper to get them in the 9.5 than it was to get them in the size 10. So I guess like if you are trying to save some money, then don't go down like a tremendous amount, because I know some people will be all like, oh, it shouldn't be that much of a difference going from a size 10 to a 9. 9.5 is pushing it, but you go down one full size, especially a shoe like a foam posit, say goodbye to your feet. That's all I'm gonna say about that. But anyways, but no, overall though, I would say that like it depends on the shoe. Like there are some shoes out there where you do have to go down half a size, if not some sizes. Cause no, I have the a pair like some like OG Timberland boots. And I don't know, because it's those like waterproof, like the main ones everybody be getting and stuff. But I remember I had them in the size 10. I felt like like when you're a kid and you try on like your parents' shoes and stuff, but it's like your feet are like maybe a size 4 or 5 or something, and your parents, depending on their size, it's like, it's gonna be a lot bigger and things. And so yeah, because I know like my dad, I think his shoe size is 11, I think maybe 11 and a half. And yeah, when you're a kid wearing some shoes like that, it's like it's a lot of space. Feels like you walking around in a mansion and stuff. But then as you get older, and I'm like, dang, I feel like them shoes is meant for a person that's like 6, 7 feet tall or something. Me, on the other hand, I'm not of that height. I'm not of that size. So that's why I was like, yeah, I ended up giving them to him, because I was like, okay, I know that he will be able to wear those. And I was like, okay, let me go out and get my, a pair that I actually can wear. And I think the ones that I have, I think they were like a 8.5 or something like that, 8 or a 9, 8.5 or a 9. But yeah, I had to go down some sizes and stuff, because I was like, yeah, this is uncomfortable. And I was like, I remember I was in, I think yeah, it was Champs, and I was in there like trying on multiple sizes, and I'm like, dang, because I tried on a 9.5, and I'm like, dang man, it doesn't, it ain't that much of a difference, but I'm like, I still feel like I'm walking in, like I'm in space or something. Feel like some like low gravity shoes. Tried on a I think it was a 9, and it was like still the same thing. I was like, I think it was like, yeah, between 8, 8.5. And I know people are asking, why'd you go down so much? Because the shoes are like, there's nothing, most shoes usually have like some form of padding, something in there to, Timberland boots don't have that. It's like it depends on which ones that you're getting, but yeah, for the most part, they don't have like no padding in the inside. So that's why it's like, yeah, it's those shoes you do have to go, versus like Air Jordan ones. Like even if you get like you a pair of low tops, you could still see like the tongue. It's like it's padded and stuff. Hold on for a second. Yeah, so you can kind of see there's a lot of like padding that goes into the ankle, that goes into the inside, that like further into the shoe, like more so where like your toes are at, and then like the like middle of your foot. But other than that, it's like, yeah, with Timberlands, it's like, yeah, you ain't really feeling that and stuff. So yeah, man, it's it's one of those things where it's just, you really gotta like, that's why I'm like, another thing I feel like people need to understand is that going to a store and try on a pair of shoes, even if that's not the pair that you want to get, still, if they look similar to the ones that you are trying to get, try them on in the store. And if not, then yeah, go and yeah, just be cautious, be careful what size you get and what shoes you get and what size you're getting in them. But yeah, do not like, don't do no stuff where it's like the sizing is going to be all off, and then it's just your feet, you're going to be in more pain. Then it's like, yeah, it might look nice, but you're going to be in pain while looking nice and stuff, and I don't want that for y'all. So yeah, that's why I'm like, yeah, be careful with what size you get and things. But yeah, make sure that you in some shoes, definitely gonna have to go true the size. So, but anyways, with that being said, talk to y'all later. Thank you guys for watching. Like, subscribe if you are new to the channel, and peace.